Alright, so it says we're live. Let's see how that turns out. Anyway, we got our new Tycho Canadian, well, not Tycho, Athearn Canadiana, as you can see on track here. I think it's looking pretty good. Anyways. People are joining in. Joseph Echo Mawawa, 8th Avenue Productions, Romans Rail fans. Okay, Storms of Storms. Everybody's joining in here. Okay, guys, I didn't want to speak too soon, but for the first time in a long time, the YouTube streaming feature has actually worked, which is interesting because the classic streaming app wouldn't really work so well. So we're going to try this again, because if we can use this, frankly, I'm a lot more at home with it. Anyways, we're going to run our new Canadiana locomotive, and look at this, guys. We've even got a consist on. Anyway, for people in here, we've got Rio Does Things 19, Storms of Storms, Jordan Nordhaus, Kuja Liam. Thanks for all the vids, man. Oh, I like making them. 8th Avenue, CSX Rail Ride Arabia, Kosh 3. I've been a rail fan, Evans Train, CSX. My favorite video is the Canadiana. Oh, thank you. Indiana Rails, Sean's Trains, Error Unknown. TDR Diecast Reviews, Evans Trains, Tristan Maxwell, Joseph Arrow, Trainman 777, Nutbean, Last Penn Central, Austin Brotowski, Top Hat, okay, Just Your Average Something or Another, Jimmy Baller, James Galton, and Ravenna Rail fan. Okay, so I think we got everyone. I'm sorry if I did miss anyone. Actually, now that we're using the old app, live chat, it's back. My Centennial broke. I'm sorry to hear that, TDR Diecast. I love operating this thing. By the way, I don't know if any of you guys noticed this, but look what controller we're running the train with. That's right, I got this sucker fitted up with DCC. I went and bought a decoder earlier today, and I spent part of my evening installing that, and check this out, we got handrails on it too, so I've done some upgrades. SMT, how much can the Canadiana pull? I don't know, maybe we'll do a pulling test later. And of course, there's your Canadian equivalent, but I got the old Centennial up on the track. It's just idling there at the moment, but we might get that one out there. What decoder did you get? I got a very basic ESU decoder. If you guys want to see, it's Lock Pilot Standard. These suckers are not cheap. I also got it all these fancy lights and stuff like that, but I don't like the look of the LEDs. I much prefer the incandescent light. Because, yeah, earlier I fitted it up with some LEDs, and I just didn't like it. ESU's level of TCS. Yeah, the decoders, when I first got into DCC, they were like 16 bucks. They were much cheaper, but, you know what? Those decoders were not very good. So, they cost more, but I don't know. All the decoders I bought from them, they haven't given me near as many problems as the old ones did. Great job on the Canadian Centennial. Love it, even though I live in America. You know what? I'm a Canadian. I like the United States. And I don't see anything wrong with people from America enjoying things that are Canadian. I mean, I'm technically American because of American heritage, but I wasn't born there. Let's just say that. Okay, I'm not gonna read that. So when you made the Canadiana, I did not read the title. All I saw was the engine, and it said the biggest. That got me. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, it's been received a lot better than I was expecting, if I'm honest. I was a little unsure as to how people were gonna react when I very first made that video, because of course I had to, you know, strip the paint off an existing locomotive, so I was kind of nervous I was gonna get a lot of, negative feedback basically saying that, you know, I'd ruined a historic locomotive, but so far no one's complained about that. What do you want for Christmas? Well, Storms of Storms, I want to ask for a Scale Trains BNSF. I think it's a -9. Pretty sure it's a -9. I could be wrong. I can't remember what locomotive type it is. I don't frankly care. But basically the old BNSF units, similar to the ones you see in Microsoft Train Simulator, you know, that type of paint scheme. I want to ask for one of those. I've always wanted one, and I think it would just be a cool addition. SMT, thanks for mining kit, even though it probably just sit in my closet for the next million years. Well, did you finally receive it? Because we shipped it out a few days ago. How wide is your layout? It's 4 feet wide. I got to talk to the locomotive engineer on the Canadian Pacific Holiday train. He said I can start applying for railways after high school. That's cool. Can you make the American version of the Canadian? If I find another one of these locomotives, I'm very much considering it, because I do like the Spirit of 76 locomotives almost as much as the Canadianas. I mean, I'm a little bit biased maybe because I'm Canadian, I like the Canadianas, but I like the American versions as well. I have to admit, I'm a bit jealous that they never made a Canadiana version of this sucker right here. Like, this is cool. So, yeah, I'm open to making one of those. You know what I also thought? I wouldn't build Canadiana, but I think like a GP40. I'm considering making a GP40 kind of Quebec themed locomotive. So that might be an option. They feel history is being disrespected. Yeah, that's potentially a problem. I feel like everyone will like you just to make a super long train. Probably so. I apologize, guys, too. The chat just went flying by, so can you use the N-scale trains? Layout's in a bit of an interesting state at the moment. Nickel Blade Productions, welcome to the live stream. SMT, how many trains do you have? You know, I really don't know at this point. I think when I counted, and this was before David's lot had came in, it was my engine collection. I think I had 203. So, plus 203 plus the, what, 8 or so that he sent? Yeah, I think there's about 8. And then I got this one quite recently, so all in all, we're probably looking at about, I don't know, 220 locomotives. Dang, SMT, how long did it take to build the layout? It's been a work in progress since 2007. Yeah, unfortunately, that area in front of the bridge there is still kind of uneven. There we go. Ah, I spoke too soon, guys. Still in the rail fanner, welcome. That's mine a while ago while watching SMT model trains. Oh, that's cool. Okay, let's see. Can we get the... I'm gonna go full speed. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You know what probably happened too? For some reason, this coupler keeps opening up. Oh, hold on a minute, guys. Okay, guys, I might be back in a moment there. Something just came up, so I'm gonna have to end the live stream unexpectedly. So hopefully be back soon.